Hello and welcome to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. I'm Joe Youngblood. I'll be keeping our residents updated with all the latest and greatest happenings here in Shelby Township on the recreation end. Today we have a very special guest. We have John Crum, Planning Director, Macomb County. John, welcome to the show. I've been trying to get John on for years, and he's a busy man, but we finally got him down. So, John, wanted to talk to you a little bit about you're very dedicated to the trail system here in Macomb County. We've been working together for years on this. I want to give a little update to our residents where we are. First, I'd like to start with the Macomb Orchard Trail. We know we've been working on that for, early 90s?
Early 90s, yeah. We at that time we bought the property from the CNN Rail.
Okay.
And were successful enough to get grants to construct the first 7 miles. As phase 1, phase 2, and 3 we wrapped up a couple years later. So now we have a 23.5 mile trail running from 24 in DeQuinder in Shelby all the way up to the city of Richmond.
Very good. And that was going back to the beginning, we had a lot of different communities involved. So now we have our monthly meetings. And what communities make up the Macomb Orchard Trail Commission? Because I know we see a website, and just so our residents know.
Communities are Shelby Township, Washington Township, the city of Richmond, and Armada, the village of Armada.
Correct. And also Huron-Clinton Metro Park is a member.
Is
right?
a member
Yep, they're
at
a member.
large.
And residents, people in Macomb County are welcome to attend our meetings. And there's usually the fourth Thursday of the month right at Shelby Township Parks and Rec.
Yeah, they're held at your office.
Yeah, and then they can 8:30 in the morning. Any changes to those meetings, they can check the website. Now, do you guys handle the website from your office, John? The Macomb Orchard Trail website?
Actually, the Macomb Orchard Trail site's handled by the planning department downtown.
Okay.
In the county building.
I was just on it the other day. Very nice website.
Yes, we have a couple people that put product up there. We have listings of events. It's really a place to go and see
any activities.
It's really a place to go to see where everything's going on in the trail.
Right. And you mentioned, John, the trail is 23.5 miles, and so just kind of walking through it. And also, for anyone that's interested, they can get a map. I looked at yesterday, the Macomb Orchard Trail website. They have really nice maps there. But you're in Shelby Township. There's 3.1 miles in Shelby Township, so you're heading northeast direction, heading through Washington Township, Romeo. Does it catch part of Bruce Township?
A little bit of Bruce Township up by Powell Road.
Okay, then we're heading up into Armada, and then Armada Township. Correct?
Correct.
Then we have Richmond Township, and then the city of Richmond. So it's 23.5 miles, all asphalt.
That's correct. Originally, we were going to have a section of it, actually a fairly long section of it, in stone. And because of some ability to get some more grant dollars and so forth, and the ability of communities to put in more money, the whole entire 23.5 miles is asphalt. And that really increases the usability, and we see a lot more users out there between Armada and City of Richmond now.
Okay. And John, if somebody wanted to host a race, whether it's a bike race or fun run, 5K run, what would the process be for them to have this race? Would they go to the local municipality, or do they go to the Macomb Orchard Trail Commission?
Well, if they wanted it on the trail, they would go to our website and they would get an application, fill out the application, submit it to myself at the road department. It would be put on the agenda for the monthly meetings.
All right.
The various communities would become aware of it, would approve it or have some recommendations as to what might need to happen. For example, we had just recently an application for a bike ride, and because of the number of the people and the length and the fact that they were going through intersections, there was a recommendation from the community representatives that they get police, sheriff's escorts to protect the riders. I take that information back and share that with the person that's putting it together, and just continue to coordinate that. And then I give information down to the planning department to put that up on our calendar so that as people start looking at the events on the trail, they see the dates that are getting filled up and the locations on the trail where they're being taking place.
Very good. Seems like a smooth, easy process for the most part.
Yeah, it's a real easy process. We're not trying to make it hard for people,
Right.
but we're trying to coordinate so that we don't get 2 events same day, same location.
That's understandable. And also with this trail system, we're talking about here we are in Shelby all the way up to the city of Richmond, but heading west we got the Clinton River Trail. We'll go through Pontiac and down into Sylvan Glen, or you stop in Rochester, catch the Paint Creek Trail, head up to the Pollyann Trail, correct?
Correct. Early on in the 90s when trails were being developed, really the idea was, well, let's connect within a community,
Sure.
the post office to the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
or the downtown to a neighborhood. As time has gone on and we've connected those trails, those little trails, into bigger trails, we're talking the creation of regional trails.
Sure.
And so now we're looking at crossing multiple counties. There's an initiative to develop a state-wide trail from Detroit River up to Wisconsin.
Iron Bell Trail.
Iron
correct?
Bell Trail.
And we'll be talking about that.
And you'll be
in,
part of that.
very soon.
And so it's really transformed into long-range trips and trying to connect these trails so that we can provide those type of amenities for people that want to do those.
Well, it is amazing, John, how it seems like each day, each year, the bike paths are getting more popular. And that's nationwide. You know, people with their little babies in strollers, rollerbladers, joggers, walkers, bikers. You go out at 25 in Shelby, which is kind of the heart of where the Macomb Orchard Trail comes through, and the amount of people going through that intersection and using the trail, it's amazing. When you see that, it makes me feel proud of the work that Shelby Township's done, Macomb County, all the communities that make this trail happening, because that is, it's so much safer being on this trail. You don't have intersection after intersection, driveway after driveway. You're out there for a long stretch. It's nice for bring your kids out there. So we're really excited about it, very happy, and thank you for all your help. And right now we're going to take a look at some of the footage of the Macomb Orchard Trail just so we can see what a beautiful trail this is. As you can see from the wonderful footage that we have from Shelby Cable, with beautiful trail, we're very proud and happy for the trail. John, also on the trail we have some, well, throughout the trail system there's pocket parks. Washington has one, as we know. There's one up in
Romeo.
Mm-hmm. So with that, actually in Richmond, the city of Richmond, they have a little restroom area, pocket park type thing. Well, we're looking here at 25 in Shelby, southeast corner, and if we can get the footage here, we'll pull that up in a minute. You'll see the southeast corner, 25 in Shelby. The Shelby Township has $35,000 in donations that we're going to use as a match, working with the county on a passport grant to get potentially another $110,000. They have and John, people say, what's a pocket park? Well,
a pocket park's, it's a small area. It's not meant for people to go and play football in, but really it's an introduction into the trail. It usually has parking. It's got some seating. It has some areas where you can eat. And some of them we have restrooms. It's just a welcoming center into the trail system.
Very good. And as I said, we had some of the pictures that Andrew was able to pull up there. We're hoping to have, if everything goes well, by spring 2018, we're hoping to have this up and running. So, you know, there's a strong push. We've got a nice collaborative effort. Shelby Township Board of Trustees are on board. They're supporting the grant. So everything's heading in the right direction. So this is going to be a beautiful area.
I'm really excited about it. I think 25 in Shelby is a major center point in the township. We're able to get these grants and match them, and so we have a lot of interest from local nonprofit groups too that want to participate. And this, if you go back in the records and the maps, this used to be called Shelby Station a long time ago.
Long time ago, right?
So it has history, and
Sure.
you know, we're kind of bringing it back, and it's an exciting project.
Good. John, if somebody has a maintenance concern, somebody from Shelby Township calls the municipal offices, maintenance concern on the trail, who do they contact?
Well, contact can be made either through the local community, or they can contact the road department with our main phone number. Ultimately, though, they need to get to me, and I have a maintenance crew that is on 24/7 call. If we get trees blown down, something should happen with the restrooms, any kind of maintenance type of activity.
And there's plenty of maintenance out there.
There is. Even you know, potholes or asphalt issues, please call so that we know they're out there. 23 and a half miles is a lot to travel, and I don't know what's going on in all the locations.
Sure.
So we rely on the users to get back to us on what's going on.
Well, it could be maintenance from a falling tree. You could have a crack in the asphalt path, but not to mention when you have a beautiful weekend in June, the thousands of users, unfortunately. But we do ask people to use the garbage cans out there or take the garbage with you, but unfortunately that doesn't always make it there. So it's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up after the weekend.
That's correct.
Including restrooms.
Now we're trying to respond in about a 24-hour period on reports of trees down, and I think we're actually doing it quite faster than that. But for a while there, we didn't know about it, and we've got the system down, and so if people call, know that we'll come out and we'll get the tree, and we'll also get a tree if it's, you know, from our easement and it falls into your yard, and we'll get those too.
Very good. Well, there you have it from John Crum, Planning Director, Macomb County, and also our representative for the Macomb Orchard Trail Commission here in the county. So John, we appreciate you coming on and all that you've done for the trail systems all in Macomb County, and keep up the good work, and we'll be talking to you soon, and thanks for being on the show.
Okay, thanks a lot.
And we'll be right back after these messages with Carol Thurber, Township Engineer here in Shelby Township.
Picnic shelters at Riverbends Park are available for rent as far as 1 year in advance at our Parks and Recreation offices. Reservations are available for the Bittersweet, Hickory Grove, and Mapleview shelters. For available dates, please contact the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 586-731-0300. Amenities include a number of picnic tables, 8 grills scattered throughout the park, playscape and disc golf course, horseshoe pits and volleyball nets. For more information and residential and non-residential fees, please call the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 586-731-0300. Chapel, built in the 1890s, is available for rent for weddings and other ceremonies beginning the first business day in September. Hope Chapel is fully heated and air-conditioned. Available amenities include podium and sound system, seating available for 80, 2 restrooms, party preparation room, and the Hope Chapel is fully accessible to handicapped visitors. For more information, please call the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 586-731-0300.
Hello and welcome back to Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. Well, as you can see, this episode is definitely focused on trails, and now we have Carol Thurber, one of the Shelby Township engineers. Carol, I want to have you on today. We have a lot of exciting things going on in Shelby Township, and we're going to focus on the Iron Bell Trail. So the first grant let's talk about is Macomb Orchard Trail to Gene Shepherd Park. So that's going down the east side of DeQuinder, crossing at the light, south side of 23, heading into Gene Shepherd Park. Where do we stand with that trail, and what's the projected finish of this section?
That trail was bid just 2 weeks ago, March 3rd. That project was done with a collaboration with the Macomb County Department of Roads, which you just spoke with John Crum, and MDOT. And that project had to be designed for MDOT standards and go through the MDOT bid letting process. So that was bid, awarded, or will be awarded in the next week, and construction should be beginning in about 2 weeks on that trail. It's not a terribly long trail. It's about 0.7 of a mile, so it should be completed by the end of the summer.
Very good. So that's going to be a great connector. And the nice thing about getting into there, Gene Shepherd Park, well, you can park at Gene Shepherd Park and head up to the Macomb Orchard Trail as well.
Exactly.
Or you can go to Gene Shepherd Park, and then you can walk over to Yates Cider Mill, and so a lot of different trails connecting over there. Also connects you back to the Holland Ponds and so on and so forth. And speaking of Holland Ponds, Carol, that will be another route we'll be heading to get to River Bends, but not to get too far ahead of myself. So now we're in River Bends Park, and we have another grant that we're working on. And this is going behind Bittersweet, correct?
We do. That will be connecting to an existing trail that actually runs all the way to Utica. The final piece of that to Utica was constructed and just finished at the end of last year, I believe. Or was it the year before? I can't even remember
End of last year, yeah.
And this will further our connection toward the DeQuinder area. Shelby is a very important connection in the Iron Bell Trail, about 5.5 miles that we have in Shelby. And we're kind of working from end to end as much as we can. So this trail will also be about 0.6 of a mile.
Okay. And
we can get into why we've been doing 0.6 of a mile at a time. This trail will also be using part of the Oakland-Macomb Interceptor Haul Road that was used. This is saving on construction costs as well as repurposing that construction haul road that was made.
Because for the OMID construction, they have a very solid base, correct?
Yes, they do.
And then we're able to just use that?
Exactly.
And you mentioned the trail in River Bends goes to the city of Utica. That is true, but it also will take you all the way to Metro Beach.
That's
so
correct.
You can park at 22 Mile Road, River Bends Park, and go all the way to Metro Beach. So, and we did talk about with John earlier about the Iron Bell Trail. So this is a plan Governor Snyder had, and fortunately we're getting some grants because they really have a strong push to get this trail done, which is great for us. With that being said, Iron Mountain to Belle Isle, how's that going to happen, Carol? That's a long trail.
It's a very big undertaking, and as I mentioned, Shelby Township is a very crucial connector. We are one of the important areas of that. And there are 2 Iron Bell trails because there has been some confusion from some of our residents. One is a hike-bike trail and one is specifically for hiking. And we're the hike-bike trail portion. I believe that the grand plan in Shelby is for our complete connection to be done in about 2023. We're taking it off in little pieces as we can.
Well, it's right around the corner.
Yes.
And that's all we can do is worry about our trail in Shelby Township, right?
That's right.
We do know one thing is we have some great connectors, Macomb County, Oakland County, all around the area right now. So we're excited about it. But Carol, I wanted to thank you for being on and clarifying where we stand with the trail system. Keep up the great work, and we appreciate all you do.
Thanks.
Thank you. Well, we really appreciate you watching Shelby Township Parks and Recreation in the News. But before we leave, we have some really nice footage of the trail system in River Bends Park, along with the over 8 miles of mountain bike pathway in River Bends Park. So let's take a look. have it from the wonderful footage in Riverbends Park. Very proud of all the trail system that we have here in Shelby Township. If you have any questions, please give us a call, 731-0300. Please remember, here at Shelby Township Parks and Rec, we create community through people, parks, and programs. Thanks for watching.